Hi, I'm Harrison.
David.
Marquise here.
And Andrew.
Thank you for tuning into the RHS first official podcast, and today we'll be discussing cinema. So, you want to start us off?
Yes, today we'll be talking about some upcoming Hollywood films. Some of them you probably have on your radar, some of them you probably haven't even heard of at all.
So, what's first on the agenda?
The first trailer we're checking out is Doctor Strange, coming out November 4th.
That'll be interesting.
Right.
Let's hit play.
All right.
Okay.
Doctor Strange.
He's washing his hands.
You think you know how the world works?
Look at that shit.
What if I told you
That was
the
problematic.
reality you know is one of many?
Somehow he is now in China.
Did you have a beard like that?
I don't think
This
I can
doesn't
pull
make
that
any
off.
sense.
I would.
Not everything
wish I
does.
could. Yes, you could.
Not everything has to.
Oh, it's Marvel. It's Marvel, guys. It's Marvel. It's gonna be great.
Through the mystic arts, we harness energy
No,
and
it's
shape reality.
No, the other
later.
one. Okay. The other,
Travel
not
great
English.
distances in an instant.
I wish Emily Blunt wasn't in this. Emily Blunt is a national
How
treasure.
do I get from here to there?
How did you get here?
Study.
You got a problem with Emily Blunt?
She's so bad.
There's a strength to him. But is he ready?
No.
It's all about the character.
Shirtless photo, of course.
Be careful which path you travel now, Strange. Stronger men than you have lost their way. I am death. In pain. You'll die protecting this world.
You right.
Oh, Inception. Inception number 2.
I think it's definitely.
This is the sequel we've been waiting for.
Somebody's alive. This is not about. Inception.
Spent so many years
Where's Leonardo? Where's
peering
DiCaprio?
through time, looking for you.
That's funny. That is funny.
Doctor Strange.
What's this, my mantra?
Shambhala.
It's the Wi-Fi password.
Wow.
We're not savages.
Are you telling me monks have a Wi-Fi password?
Apparently in this day and age.
All right.
Everyone
so,
has a Wi-Fi
Okay.
password.
So, should I introduce the whole concept of Doctor Strange? So, Doctor Strange is a Marvel character created by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko in the 60s, and as such, it is very much influenced by that sort of psychedelic day and Eastern mysticism. A lot of the art from those early issues looked like the artist took acid and was just drawing what he was seeing.
LSD culture, understandable.
Yes.
Understandable.
And the origin story is that he is one of the greatest surgeons in the world, but he's also really arrogant.
It's all about his hands.
And then he loses use of his hands and it just breaks him, so he goes out and tries to find some other way outside of medicine to fix him when that doesn't work. But instead he finds the Ancient One and he trains to become the Sorcerer Supreme and protect people in a different way.
Is that girl that was, like whitewashed in the
Yes,
trailer?
we can't talk about this movie without acknowledging this. So the Ancient One in the comics is an old Tibetan man.
Yes.
And he also falls into that category of the wise Oriental Kung Fu master stereotype that's just common a lot in culture. So they really kind of no win scenario when casting this. So they decided, let's just cast it as a woman. And at least we have like a big female lead in this who is super powerful. So they got, I don't remember her name, but she was the witch from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Yeah.
Which is not Emily Blunt, the
It is.
national treasure.
It's the other girl.
The other one.
The other woman.
Yeah. In this movie, she's bald.
Yes.
Very mentioned. So I'll tell you this. The first thing I noticed from watching the trailer is there was this little clip where you can see Doctor Strange pretty much putting the city back together. And while that may be a very small part of the movie, I think that's probably the most important thing for the DC universe, considering how much damage. Oh my God, forgive me, I have committed an ultimate sin. As a matter of fact, yes, for DC universe and for Marvel universe, for any superhero universe, where there is so much havoc and damage and destruction that just comes as a result from saving the world. Like there's so many civilian casualties, just so much destruction. I feel like he is the perfect type of hero for this day and age. The person who puts it back together.
Because you gotta have the builder after everyone destroyed it.
Yes.
I mean, after like everyone came from the other world, aliens rained down on New York City.
That's right. That's what
you gotta have everyone it put back together.
Yep, that was an article in the Red and Black. Aliens came, killed everybody. He has to put us back together. I mean,
if it's in the Red and Black, it's true.
Honestly.
Like the internet. Abraham Lincoln said it.
Honestly, yesterday. So what do you think?
I gotta say the visual effects are very stunning for this film. Yeah,
Very stunning.
I think that's probably going to be a key point of the movie, in my opinion.
I love the way they approach the use of magic in this film. They purposely went away from the whole Harry Potter thing of pointing wands and having rays of energy collide. Instead, they're doing a fusion between martial arts and magic, where in order to bend reality, they have to use actual fighting moves that correlate to what happens around them. Sort of like in the cartoon from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Absolutely going to say the same thing. So it's like their abilities are a manifestation of their actual physical movement. You know, like you said, it's martial art. It's not just wizardry. It's not just pointing a wand. It's not just saying the magic word and then actually magic happening. You know, it's all about, there's a form to it, a technique, you know, a science aside from just the mysticism. And I think that's very interesting.
It will definitely translate a lot better into cinematic terms.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, next trailer?
Alright.
Let's do this thing.
What is next?
The next trailer is Guardians of the Galaxy, the teaser.
Ooh. Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
I hope Groot
Volume
is in
2.
here. I really want some Groot. I love me some Groot.
Sounds like a yogurt.
He does. If he had a flavored yogurt, I would eat that so much. That came out differently than what it was supposed to sound like.
Just don't even say that.
You know what I mean. So he's all done with the sword.
There are two types of beings in the universe. Those who dance and those who do not. I get it, yes. I am a dancer, Gamora is not. You just need to find a woman who is pathetic. Like you. Thanks, buddy. Do you need a hug? No, I do not. Oh, I thought I said no. You're welcome.
Can you imagine what a hug for somebody feels like?
That would break every rib.
You know what I'm saying?
Groot! I love Groot.
He's got a little
Baby
jacket
Groot.
too.
Okay, so refresh my memory from the first movie. Did Groot become a baby, or is that like baby Groot, or what happened? I haven't
Okay,
seen the
Groot
first
kind of like.
Oh, spoiler alert! Oh, for a movie that's been out forever and anyone has seen.
If it's after its release date, if it's no longer in films, it's no longer a spoiler.
Yes.
So, what happened to Groot?
Well, Groot like sacrificed himself for everyone.
Epic.
Then he like turned into a baby Groot.
Yeah.
And like at the end of the movie, after the credits, they showed like 2 minutes of him like just dancing in a pot.
Because Groot can regenerate.
That's right. I
So
had a toy about that.
yes, you got. I have that toy
It
too.
was like, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm embarrassed. Don't tell anybody. But yeah, that's great. How do y'all think about sequels in general, especially superhero sequels?
I feel like it needs. I think everyone feels like this. That it needs to feel like as if it's continuing the story, as opposed to just being a cash grab. Like there needs to be a reason for telling this.
Okay, thoughts?
Yeah, that's definitely fair. I think a lot of them make the mistake of trying to generate a new villain that's just simply bigger and better than the last one, rather than focusing on the actual story of the second one. Like they don't come up with a reason for the second one. they just have to save the world again, and that gets a little boring.
Although that does work for some franchises like Indiana Jones and James Bond, but those are
very episodic and
Yes.
yes. into a whole franchise. You know, one doesn't have to be the same thing as the next one. You know, you're just going to see the whole new thing. You know,
Superhero movies, you kinda is expected to have a sequel. You're not really gonna have like a sequel of like a romantic comedy like Steel Magnolias. No one would watch Steel Magnolias 2. You would watch Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Absolutely.
But never Steel Magnolias.
They're meant to
2.
be serialized, just like the source material, just like comic books. You know, you're not gonna see just nothing but one shots of Batman, Superman, Green Lantern. Definitely not Guardians of the Galaxy. You're not gonna buy just one comic. You know, you want to see what happens to that same story over the course of the comic. So I think it's great if they're gonna have, like you said, they're gonna have a sequel. Definitely continue the same story. With that being said, what do we expect from this, as far as the plot goes?
from the plot. I have sort of an idea of what the plot is because I keep up with that sort of stuff.
Okay.
So apparently they do meet Star-Lord's dad in this
What?
one. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
needed to
and-
hold that.
and you know what?
I did
That
not
is a
expect
shock.
that.
That is a
You know
shock.
what? I'm gonna like this is a time you need to skip to if you don't want to know anything else. I'm going to talk about it. So at Comic-Con, they revealed
Clickable right here.
that what's his name from The Thing, and Kurt Russell
Bob. Okay. Kurt
plays Star-Lord's dad, and he's a character called Ego the Living Planet, which is a giant planet.
Russell. Ego, the living planet.
Yes.
So Star-Lord's
With a
dad
face.
is a planet with a face.
Yes, and apparently he created a human avatar that looks like Kurt Russell, went to Earth, impregnated Star-Lord's dad. A mom. Yeah.
So Star-Lord is Jesus.
Kind of.
Or any
But-
character, like maybe Perseus.
True. He could
Or
be Perseus.
Superman.
So.
Well, it's sort of similar.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understand. That's a very interesting.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Would you like to add to that?
I don't know what I would add to that.
I mean, that's very hard to follow.
Yeah.
That's very hard to follow.
Next movie? What else is on the list?
Okay. Next one I have on here is Logan.
Oh man, okay, I'm looking forward to this.
Logan.
Logan.
Do you know Logan's name before his name was Logan?
Is Logan? Are you talking about like
Fun fact, trivia.
a guy Wolverine?
Do we
guy
want to
with
do the Red
nails?
Band trailer?
Not
Adamantium
nails.
claw.
Yeah, gotcha.
Nails?
Guys, do we want to do the Red Band trailer?
I don't know what that means.
The one with the R-rated stuff, like the actual.
Just because of this house.
I'm
language.
kidding. Our producer's stopping us apparently.
Is there a language in the R-rated version?
No, I'm doing the regular one because my producer's giving us the evil eye right now,
That was a bit of
as is her job.
I mean, you always follow the producer says. It's Marvel again, of course.
Logan, what did you do? Charles, the world is not the same as it was.
Okay, he looks sketchy.
Mutants. They're gone now. I hurt
God, I love this
myself
song.
today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain,
I would not focus on pain. That'd be
the
painful.
only thing that's real. What is she? Beneath the stain. She's like you. Of time. Very much like you. The feelings disappear. She needs our help. You are someone come along. Someone has come along. I am still right here. And you could have it all. My empire of dirt. I will let you down. I will make you hurt.
I'm confused at where this is
I
taking
will
place.
keep myself. I would find
Okay, someone just got stabbed
Away.
with claws.
No,
You still have time.
I love this shot. It's like something out of The Last of Us with Joel.
Oh yeah, I know. All right, so first impressions.
Okay, it looks good, but I'm tired of the Wolverine movies.
Well,
I'm
this
like,
is the
no.
last one, so you
Okay.
got your wish.
Okay, good. Okay.
Last
I mean, they're going to recast the character, but
Oh, this is the last movie?
the last movie
His last movie
Oh.
and his
and,
character.
and Patrick Stewart's last turn
Yeah,
as
so-
Professor X.
I
Yeah,
did not realize that.
tearjerker. So let me think. Other Wolverine movies, will they compete with this?
I mean,
no. That's the only answer. Absolutely.
Yeah.
not.
I mean, one.
Well, we don't know how the
What
film
else
will
is
turn
there?
out left.
There's the Wolverine, and then there's X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Okay, X-Men Origins Wolverine is trash.
We don't
I will not
discuss that.
argue with
We
that.
will not
You
discuss
don't.
that.
But
in,
however,
in honor of Deadpool, we will not discuss
the
that.
only good thing about X-Men Origins Wolverine is that Troye Sivan, one of my favorite musical artists, played young Wolverine. Fun fact. Best cameo thing.
Okay.
All right, and you?
All right.
I gotta say, X-Men is really all over the place for me, in my
Oh.
opinion. Like, they just can't seem to make a solid storyline. Like,
Yeah.
in general, they just. I mean, they got to the point where they had to reset their franchise, and,
And
that's
then
just-
they immediately forget about that movie, the next movie they made.
Right. It just. I've always been disappointed by almost every single X-Men movie.
I'll tell you this: the X-Men probably suffers from this more than other franchises because at least like let's just say with Spider-Man or something. If Spider-Man is owned by Sony, but Marvel wants to make a movie with Spider-Man in it, what they do is, at least for them, Sony makes their franchise first, make it, add to it, end it, and then somebody else comes along. With X-Men specifically, and in particular, they always have had this issue, since the first 3 movies came out, that there's so much going on at the same time that, unless you honestly know what the source material is, if you can follow all those stories at once, you will be confused.
Yeah.
You can't go in watching Days of Future Past and then go see Logan and think they're all happening at the same time.
Yeah.
Incredibly confusing.
Yeah.
But
Although I would
it's
complain
not for the
because
team.
the original X-Men movies basically mean nothing because of the reset of the universe.
Every
Like-
single time.
Wait, there's a reset of the universe?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Because
was-
they reset the timeline in Days of
Yes.
Future Past.
So
the whole
so
time
the
travel.
original movies
Oh, I
never
didn't-
happened.
Scott is still alive.
And Jean.
And Jean, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Exactly.
See, that's how
So,
a lot of people feel.
If you're going to see this movie, basically forget about all the other X-Men films, including
There we go.
Deadpool,
Yeah.
and just know this is in the future when Wolverine is starting to lose his powers and mutants are dying out, and this is his last hurrah. That's basically it.
I'll tell you this, one hint that you can use when movies are in the same general universe but aren't in the same storyline, the best way to do it is just you can differentiate with the actors. Hugh Jackman has ruined that for all of X-Men because he's in darn near every single one, so you really can't tell. But, like he said, treat this as a standalone film, take it for what it is. I think it's going to be great.
This film also is rated R, so there will be some head stabbing with the claws. That was what was in the Red Band trailer, and it was awesome.
It was awesome.
And
Interesting.
also, I love how it's just called Logan, and you wouldn't know it's a Wolverine movie unless you actually saw the trailer all the way through.
Gotcha.
So we probably should move on to the next trailer.
I'm okay with that.
Said
Which is, please be Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. I thought we'd do a non-superhero movie.
Okay, that's fine, absolutely.
What will that be?
You could have it all.
My empire of dirt.
Now that I think about it, will we get copyrighted for having this music? Don't worry about it.
Okay, which
Paramount.
There are days that define your story beyond your life. Like the day they arrived.
What might be called first contact. The objects measure at least.
I'm Colonel G.T. Weber from Army Intelligence. Pack your bags. You're at the top of everyone's list when it comes to translations. Priority 1. What do they want? Where are they from? You'll be reporting to me, but you'll be working with him when you're in the show.
That's what they call it, the UFO.
Oh, it's about aliens, guys. It's about aliens.
What is that?
Aliens.
Mothership.
Who's being carted off in the medevac?
Not everyone is wired for what you're about to do. So what do they look like?
You'll see soon enough.
Every 18 hours, a door opens up. That's where we go in.
Is Henry Cavill going to fly in and make out with Amy Adams? Me too.
It's time.
Yeah, that just happened.
What happens now?
They arrive.
They need to see me.
Dr. Banks? Are you insane?
Why?
Is that
That's
not
a proper
the...
introduction.
More
VHS have landed around the world.
This is one of 12.
I'm never going to be able to speak their words.
Got 2 days. Figure something out.
I am human. It's their language. We need to make sure that they understand the difference between a weapon and a tool. Language is messy, and sometimes one can be both.
Are you dreaming in their language? It's possible they're prodding us to fight among ourselves.
This is just a way to force us to work together for once.
It's more complicated than that.
How is it more complicated?
Russia just executed one of their own to keep their secret.
Got 21 hours.
The full base our global war.
So how do we clarify their intentions?
I go back in.
Well, does this feel worse?
I am absolutely seeing this. Guaranteed. More than any other movie.
I just want to point out this one movie that wasn't based on a previous property. Well, it is based off a short story, but it's not based off a comic book or Star Wars or anything. You all know that you're going to watch those.
It was original, you know. I think the story, not only the story, but the premise is original. I like that it's a movie about aliens, you know, otherworldly beings that doesn't immediately start out with nukes. That's fresh, you know, like after coming from Independence Day and aliens and everything like that, aliens are always immediately considered to be hostile. Yes. I think that in this day and age, given the political climate, if you have something coming from another planet and your first thing that you try to do is talk to it instead of shoot at it, that's very new to me. I like that.
There's not that many stories about that, and it brings up all these interesting ideas, like how do we communicate with this totally foreign culture?
I mean, they gave her like 2 days to do the language, or they're about to shoot at it. So they gave her a restriction of time that she could talk to them.
You're right.
Also, it just looks freaking incredible. I mean, this is directed by Denis Villeneuve. I'm probably pronouncing that. I am sorry for butchering that name, but he is a great director. He directed Sicario, which was amazing.
I like that movie.
Was that with Emily Blunt?
Yes.
It was the national treasure, Emily Blunt.
So he can make an amazing looking movie, and he can work well with a story about a great female lead. So.
Great direction with his actors. How about you? What you think?
I gotta say it's interesting with human nature, especially America. You have 3 days to figure out the language, or we're gonna basically nuke it. Like that's very American of us. Like, we'll give it like a sort of chance, and then just resort to that. And
very human, also.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that displayed.
I want to see how that.
You know, North Korea would be like, kill them all.
Yeah, but
our glorious leader.
I really want Emily.
And then hack their servers.
I really want Emily Blunt to play the alien just because I love Emily Blunt so much.
I completely agree with that. Sicario, yes, it's about a lot of things. I won't say anything because I'll say it wrong. So yeah, it's a good movie. Go watch it.
It's a very complex movie, very political.
So is that all we have for this week?
I guess it is.
Alrighty, well, thank you all so much for watching the first edition of Trailer. I have been one of your hosts, Marquise Chester,
David Roberts,
Harrison Taylor,
Andrew Smith.
Thank you all. Y'all have a good day.